Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm here this morning with our
Wes, newest driver.
Yeah, Wesley is a just turned 16 on Tuesday, wasn't it, Wes?
Yep, Tuesday school.
Yep, on Tuesday got his driver's license, and like I told him when he got in the truck, he better drive because he's closer to 16 than I am by a long ways. And before we start this video, I just wanted to give a little shout out to the nurses up on 5th floor at the University Hospital in London. I was recently down there with a good friend of my wife's, and up on in the cardiac day-night unit, and those nurses up there are awesome. The attitude, the service, nothing but professional. And we had, I think our nurses were Alan, Carolyn, and Damien, and attitude was unbelievable. Very, very, very good experience, and I'm sure Sharon's friend was real grateful for everything they done. I just wanted to do a little shout out before we go. Anyway, Wesley is taking us out. We're going to do a quick little video this morning, and I'll bring you back when we get there. I'm out here this morning at Denijs Farms, and I'll get the right name later on. There is a farm name. But what they're doing is they're harvesting tomatoes. And they've got this load just about done. I'm going to hop up in the tractor in a minute when they get stopped. But as you can see, the conditions here today are virtually perfect. They're pulling the set of trains in the field, and it's not cutting in or anything. Now, we're going to get 3 days of rain. That may change the conditions here. Bercab Farms, that's what it's called. Anyway, big difference from the way they used to harvest tomatoes 40 years ago when they used to pick them by hand. Good. Got his soybean man shirt on. So what it does, the tomatoes go in the front, and out the back here is all the vines. Now, when they brought these machines out, they would have a crew on there of maybe 5 or 6 people hand picking the green tomatoes off. And now what they have is electric eyes on these machines, and the eyes see the green tomatoes and the off type, and sort the tomatoes, sort the bad ones from the good ones. This is a very efficient way to harvest compared to hand picking, throwing baskets. this job, it can be, harvesting tomatoes can be quite a big job. If it rains for 4 days and it gets muddy, this is what I would call perfect harvesting conditions. And I'll get up in the tractor with Rob when he stops here in a minute, and he's going to be stopped in a couple of minutes because this trailer's almost full. And as you can see, there's another one barreling down the road. There's hardly a good tomato left in this row when they're done. Uh-oh. Got the big boss, Eddie. And there we go. This set of trains is loaded. They're going to swap trailers. And when they're doing that, I'll jump in the tractor. Yeah, I'm here this morning with Rob. How are you, Rob?
Good, how are you, Dennis?
And I noticed, Rob, you're looking really good this morning.
Yeah, Aaron put that out for me this morning.
Aaron, she does watch our channel.
Yeah. Just described.
Anyway, Rob's going to tell us about harvesting tomatoes.
Good morning, everyone. Guess we're out here this morning harvesting tomatoes like we do every morning. We start at 7 o'clock every morning, and we cut 6 loads a day of tomatoes, usually every day unless something's wrong or cancellations. Yeah, it's a wonderful year for harvesting tomatoes. The quality's excellent, the yield's excellent, the weather's been excellent, and this is what we do, go around in circles in the morning.
Now, where do these tomatoes go?
These tomatoes go to roofing to Sunbright Canning.
So what would they use them for?
For many products, but it's diced, whole pack, and crushed tomatoes. You'll find them like the Unico or the Primo label. Is that?
So they're not making paste?
Yeah, they're making tomato paste out of them as well. Yep. So,
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's the information. Yeah, I don't know what else.
Who you got on the harvester?
We got Babito on harvester. He's our harvester guy, and Dalroy's catching them today beside us. And we just fill in he clicks the radio if he wants to get a hold of me, and he just wants me to top off the back of the train. It's hard to see the 60 feet of tub behind you. So we just tweak the gear on the tractor to fill it for him, top it off.
So how would you describe the ground conditions here this year?
Amazing, nice and dry. Almost too dusty though, too dusty.
Yeah,
Nice to have a little bit of rain. And when it gets a little bit too dry, we have issues with dirt clods. So we have the eyes set up this morning to take out dirt clods for us. They miss the odd dirt clod though sometimes, but it's hard to kick dirt out because it's ununiform. It's different shapes, sizes. The weight of them changes, so the little ones kick out fairly easy. The large ones sometimes don't get kicked out of the flow as easy. So there he's topped off. So, but no, it's excellent. All the tomatoes are turned nice and red, so everything's going in the load.
So tell us how the eyes work.
There's an electric eye bank that has different infrared cameras that look down at the flow of the product as it flows over a belt, and as it does the drop, it looks at them, and then it figures out if it's good or bad or wants to kick it out, and then a couple seconds later there's air cylinders that knock it out. And so you can set it all up from back there, as well as in the cab here. I got a control box that sets it up, and it tells me the percent greens is kicking out right now, percent dirt is kicking out, and then the flow rate is good, and then our belt speed. But right now it's kicking nothing out because everything's really good. It'll kick dirt out when we go through like a hollow where the dirt's a little heavier, or so.
Like from the early harvesters, did you run the early harvesters?
Yeah, there was no eyes. It was just 16 guys on the harvester.
Yeah, the guys were the eyes.
Yep. Yeah, and now it's went flipped the other way where these eyes are doing the job of technically like 15 guys, and the Vito's on there just mainly to hear noises and other stuff that goes wrong, or if a wad of dirt or something comes through that plugs the eyes, or even to clean the lens on the eyes. He probably cleans the lens in the eyes every hour.
And he gets the last quarter of 1%.
Yep. So, no, but it's been an awesome year for harvesting tomatoes, made up for last year almost.
Yeah, last year was a battle.
Yeah, every day. So, we're pulling trains today because the ground condition's so nice.
So when it gets wet, you use a dump cart.
Yeah, we have little 5 or 6 ton dump carts that run around, and we use 3 of those to keep up to the harvester when it's wet. And then it just takes that many more operators.
Then it takes more guys.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I could see where it would get a little dusty on the harvester.
Yeah, and it's right now in the morning it's not so bad, but when the sun comes out and the dust or the wind picks up, it gets pretty bad. But we used to have a canopy on it, and Vito said he hated the canopy because it was more like
in a dust bowl.
Well, no, it wasn't too bad for the dust bowl, but he said it was just like a greenhouse.
Oh,
as soon as you stopped, and then all the curtains always got dirty. So then he says you had to forever cleaning the windows off and that, and he said just take it off. So
he was it'd be like being in a box too. You couldn't see nothing, and maybe you get motion sickness too when you can't see the ground around you.
And he said you get disorientated, didn't know where you were at in the field or what was happening. So he wanted it off, so he took it off.
So Rob, how many acres would you harvest in a day?
Depending on the yield, but around that 5.5 or so. Yeah.
So how long does the season run?
The season either runs until usually it's October the 5th to the 10th, somewhere in there, and then it all depends if there's tomatoes out there to be had, if the factory wants the tomatoes. This year is an exception because in the marketplace, California doesn't have a lot of tomatoes, so they say they want as many as they can get as long as the quality stays good. So that's the trick of the tomatoes don't last forever. They have an expiration date. Also, Mother Nature comes in October with frost. Never know what the date of the frost is going to be. So and it also depends on the quality of the crop when the frost comes. If there's lots of vegetation and it just burns the vegetation and keeps the fruit good, that's one thing. If it takes the fruit, down with it, then it's another thing. And how hard and long the frost is.
It's hard to can a mushy tomato.
Yes, they go mushy very fast, very fast.
And the other thing, your limiting factor here is how fast the plant can handle it.
Yep, that's with everything. It's just, and the yield and the quality is such good, and the recovery such good in the plant that the plant's actually running not slower than normal. It's just we're bringing such good quality than normal that they're canning every single tomato and nothing's going to waste. So they're on the tomato field side, it feels like they're going slower, but at the factory side, they're actually going faster.
They're canning more. They're canning.
Yeah, the recovery's through the roof, and they're canning more than they ever have per hour. So it's a good news for everybody.
Yeah, good for them.
They need to make money too sometimes, so we can all have, be sustainable.
Yeah, you do. The factory does have to make a buck.
Yep.
And that even goes for the guy processing soybeans. He has to make a buck.
Yep, everybody has to make the food chain work, right? That's exactly the point. It's a whole circle that has to go around.
So somewhere we've got Wesley out here with the drone, and I don't know where he is, but that'll show up in the video. I don't know.
Yeah, we just load them up here in the field, and then we stack them on the headland when it's really nice weather and the trucks take them away. And if it's rain coming, then we bring them to high ground somewhere, like on a cement pad or a yard driveway somewhere. So
yeah, it may get different as the season goes along. Sometimes if we get a little bit of rain.
Yeah. Near the end of the season, we start putting them on high ground because you never know what kind of rain you're going to get or what kind of. And you get tired after a while. You don't want to get woke up in the middle of the night with a truck stop or something.
A 2-inch rain wouldn't work.
No.
there you have it. Anyway, like I said before, the ground conditions here are perfect. This is a lot more fun when it's muddy. You want to be here when it's muddy. Well, that's about going to do it for this video. There's one more thing I wanted to do before I close off. I want to introduce Wes. And a lot of you may recognize Wes from some of the earlier videos. Wes has been filling in part-time as key grip, right, Wes? Mm-hmm. He has key gripped a few times when Jerry was not around at key grip. And as you know, Jerry usually key grips virtually for us. Mm-hmm. And Wesley's going to do the editing for us now since Cameron's gone off to school. So I guess he'll formally be known as Editor Wes.
Yeah, editor/key grip is how I want to be officially known.
And also, if there's any drone footage in our videos, Wes will be the one responsible for the drone footage. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. And if you like this video, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, now would be a good time. And also, drop us a comment. I love those comments. And we'll catch you on the next one.